Fire Emblem Fates has a lot of problems, and at this point we've all realized to some degree that it's not a perfect game. However, there's a way you can minimize many of its negative points to a more tolerable level. A simple solution that, honestly, at a personal level, I've never seen many people address, not even in many of those materials that try to present videos, posts, anything in ways to fix the game. So I don't understand why it's never addressed, why would people ignore it, but it's sad because if you remove this issue, it will solve many of the problems of the game. It's simple. Do not fuck your siblings. Fucking your siblings, it's bad. It's counterproductive to the message of the family bonds the game tries so hard to nail. The whole point of Fire Emblem Fates, or at least the point it's trying to present you to the player, it's all about the family bonds. What's more important to you? What really matters as a family? The bonds? The blood? What makes the most meaningful bond as a family? And what ultimately matters? So it's a very family-centric game, or at least that's what it tries to do. By allowing you to fuck your siblings, you completely destroyed this motif because you turned your siblings into, well, for lack of better words, a sex object. They're not your siblings, they're sexual targets you pursue through the game. Honestly, they feel more like archetypes in a hentai game than actual people, so I don't understand why the game does that. I mean, I do understand it, but it's very counterproductive to the family motif of the game. And that is the main issue about Fates for me. It's this game that simply cannot choose between a game about family and the struggles they will face and incest fantasy porn. I mean, what do you want to be, Fates? You cannot be both. Pick one. I want to clarify too that I am not opposed to the idea of a fantasy porn game, incest porn game, I mean. Like, whatever, if that's your thing, if that's what you like, okay, do it, I don't mind. You're free to do whatever you want. If Fates was honest and was like, you know what guys, we don't care, we just want to make this guy who wants to bang his siblings, whatever, I mean, I wouldn't buy it, but I mean, I will appreciate their honesty and say, it's okay, it's not for everyone, I guess. But because the game tries to be this epic narrative of meaningful family bonds, and it presents me that, and it severely ruins that epic meaningful story it tries to build. The fact that I almost never see people addressing this issue worries me a little. I mean, do you like it, people? Honestly, tell me, do you like that? Don't you think that is a problem? I think it's one of the main problems of the game, and by removing it, you will greatly increase the quality of the story. I mean, it will still be stupid in many other areas, but at least it will be a lot more respectable. And it will also fit many of the characters, like, for example, Camilla. Camilla wouldn't be this slutty, weird girl that wants to bang her sibling. I mean, taking that out, you will allow her to focus on other things she could offer as a character. Same for Hinoka. And I could see people bringing the whole not blood related thing, but that's not the point, guys. I mean, yeah, they're not blood related, they're not siblings, but that's the point of the game, that you don't need to be blood related to consider these people your siblings. They can still be just as meaningful as a blood sibling, and by allowing you to fucking them, you ruin that message. I don't want to harp on this game too much, but if I have to choose one issue I just cannot bear with Fates, is this one. So I'd say just remove the sibling fucking, please. Don't allow your character to fuck your siblings. Trust me, guys, if this was done, the quality of the story will improve greatly. And it's not like it brings anything important to the story anyway, or does it? I think not.